that's ruined so many fantasies, but opens up so many new ones.
Netflix has a slew of animated series for people to watch depending on their tastes and age groups. Because while it's true that they have shows for kids and teens like Pokemon's Journey, She-Ra, and the Princess of Power, The Dragon Prince, and more, they also have adult animation. One of the biggest ones is that of Disenchantment. Their take on the fantasy genre mixed with raunchy comedy and characters that are very adult-themed in their tones and dialogue. Season 3 is in the books, and Season 4 is coming, but when can a fan of the show predict to see it in said season? Allow us to show you 7 expectations to have for Disenchantment Season 4. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. 7. The final of Season 3. Before we head into Season 4, and that this might bring us, we need to look back at how Season 3 of Disenchantment ended, and what transpired for the characters, the lands, and so on. As it's all connected and leads to the path that is Season 4 of the show. Though if you were hoping for a clear and concise story that revealed many new details about everything and wrapped up certain mysteries, you're out of luck. Season 3 of Disenchantment ended in confusion for many who watched. Several subplots in the story went unresolved. Plus, overall Season 3 was very much like the Disenchantment Season 2 finale, with the added complication of the protagonists being separated and facing different cliffhangers. Disenchantment Season 3 opened where Season 2 ended, with Princess Bean, Elfo, and Luci trying to solve the mystery of who attempted to assassinate King Zog and frame Bean for the crime. The trail led to the rival nation of Steamland, whose rival, Alva Gunderson, seemed to have an infatuation with Bean. The season ended with Bean trying to build up Dreamland's defenses in anticipation of retaliatory strike from Streamland, only to wind up facing entirely different enemies from within and without. The biggest revelation to come out of Disenchantment Season 3 is that the nations surrounding Dreamland are convinced that it possesses some kind of secret magical resources. This is why the rich nation of Bentwood originally sought to ally itself with Dreamland by marrying the prince off to Bean in the series' first episode, and part of why Alva Gunderson of Streamland is so interested in the neighboring country, which would definitely add a twist to the whole realm, should it be true. Bean dismissed the idea that her homeland has some kind of secret, and even joked that her nation lacked even the most basic of things, let alone major magic. However, there are subtle clues that Dreamland has vast magic resources at one time. More on that in a bit though. Season 3 of Disenchantment revealed that the Secret Society was also concerned with ending a curse that had been placed on the royal family of Dreamland, and that getting King Zog off the throne was the first step in doing that. Furthermore, it was revealed that Dreamland was actually originally the home of elves and not humans, and the reason they left it for the forest is unclear. But wait, we're still not done! Bean apparently had gotten magical powers, and it's not clear as to why, or what this may mean going forward as a whole. So when you look at the ending of Season 3 and all that happens to its characters, that will break down even more in a bit, you can see why viewers were still overwhelmed and wanted more answers instead of questions.
Where am I? Welcome to heaven, Luci.
Though there is one key question that needs to be asked. 6. Is Season 4 confirmed? In October 2018, Netflix greenlit Disenchantment Season 3 and Disenchantment Season 4 after the initial installment was released. So fans don't have to worry about the season's immediate future, as the next 10 episodes have been confirmed. In fact, they're probably in the works now, and depending on how long it takes to be made, it could release later this year or just keep it tied to January and have it come out in 2022. Though some think it'll be more like February 2022 based on the previous gap between installments. Usually fans have to wait some time for Netflix to renew or confirm a renewal of something, but this is a rare case where that honestly didn't happen. 5. The Good Place and the Devil. Disenchantment ended its 3rd season in shocking fashion by establishing a heaven or hell theme that would likely play out huge in Season 4. The first setup involves an honorable act by Elfo, who sacrifices himself to the ogres so that his queen can focus on the greater good and not be conflicted about satisfying her tiny fan club. Then, Luci is decapitated during an elevator accident after the inevitable return of Queen Dagmar, Bean's sorceress mother who escaped earlier in the season after being exposed for eating Trogg brains. In the final moments, Luci, a demon, unironically finds himself in heaven, while Queen Dagmar takes Bean to actual hell, and seemingly wants to team up with the devil. What's more, a lot of the main characters aren't in Dreamland right now, so that can mean that Season 4 focused more on the various other areas of the world that Disenchantment is in, so that things can go and be more expansive than they were until the later parts of Season 3. What this means on the whole is that there might not only be new characters in play in Season 4, but you should expect a lot more divine and demonic elements that could wreak havoc on the land should things go a certain way.
What's happening? Where is this book? bookcase taking us?
Down.
4. The Royal Log. Disenchantment Season 3 introduced a new complication in the form of a book. The Royal Log from Agog to Zog, a secret history of the kings of Dreamland. Also known as the Book of Oggs, the Royal Log is a book of great importance to the Seekers, the secret society whose Dreamland's branch is overviewed by Prime Minister Adolf. Prince Derek discovered the book under his bed and found that the final few pages detailing the line of kings after a king whose name starts with TR has been ripped out. The discovery stunned Adolf. It was later revealed that the exorcist Big Joe was part of the faction of the Seekers who was trying to find the missing pages of the Books of Og, begging the question of who removed the pages in the first place and how long ago they did so. First off, we don't know why these pages were ripped out. This seems to indicate that there is something in that secret history that someone didn't want known. Also, the fact that there were letters hinting at a certain king starting with TR means that there is a tease as what's to come. Since there are many people looking into the secret history, one would hope that Season 4 will dive into it more. 3. Elves become Troggs? One of the few subplots from earlier seasons addressed in Disenchantment Season's 3 finale involved the dread pirate Levo and the secret quest to find something tied to the destiny of the elves in the caves under Dreamland. Levo was introduced in the Disenchantment Season 2 episode, The Very Thing, in which he was searching for a mysterious elven treasure. The Part 3 finale revealed The Very Thing to be an ancient seat of elven power. This confirmed the Elf King Rulo's suspicions that Dreamland was the original elven homeland before his people hid themselves from humanity in the Elfwood. Which brings us to the Troggs, the race of diminutive, pale-skinned people who currently live in the caves under Dreamland. The Elves and Troggs are of similar height, have pointed ears, and both races seem to have the same convictions for naming themselves after the jobs of major personality traits, with Dagmar having a Trogg massage therapist named Caresso.
I'm ready for my evening massage, Caresso.
This seems to point to the Elves somehow becoming the Troggs over a course of history, but why? It's unclear, but the Troggs have played a big part in the franchise, including noting that Bean and her friends are the destined saviors. Elves are also big on prophecies that could further tie things together. Both sides will be in Season 4, so that is another thing to be on the lookout for. 2. Miri the Mop Girl. In the series is a character called Miri the Mop Girl. She would pop up now and again and appear to be nothing more than a background figure, but in the Season 3 finale she went and became a lot more useful, including helping Bean and the others barricade the door from the ogre invaders. She also said a line that inferred that she was a wizard. Could her origin be told in Season 4? Possibly. 1. Bean and the Prophecies.
I don't have any magic!
There are a lot of prophecies in the realm of Disenchantment, and a common denominator between them is they're all extremely vague. And yet, many of them connect to Bean. There are more that are also hinted at throughout the show. So why are they all vague, so connected, and most importantly, tied to Bean? With so much at play, Season 4 will likely dive into this, even if only slightly. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the upcoming and confirmed Season 4 of Disenchantment, and how things might go for the characters, the plots, and so on? Which of these elements do you personally want to see unfold in one form or another? Do you think there are other cards to play in this deck, if you will? And what surprises do you think awaits viewers? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.